On the front of this there's a warning. It says remove before use, which is probably actually good advice. I've got a large umbrella, I've got the protective cap from my flash, and this 5-in-1 reflector. What do these three random bits of kit have in common? Well, in my small home studio, they all get used in ways they were never designed to be used to create images that have some real impact and drama. Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and you're watching Adorama TV, brought to you by Adorama, the camera store that's got everything for us photographers, including some pretty standard bits of kit. However, if you put your mind to it, they can create some amazing images. But before we get to that, I need to go and find some more of these end cap, protective cap things. So whilst I'm doing that, you should click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a video right here on Adorama TV. Let's get a light set, let's get a model in, let's get shooting. To help me out today, I've got the amazing Selena. Selena's going to be the model for this photo shoot, and I'm going to start by using something in the way it was never designed, which is these things. Now these are the covers to protect your flashes when they're in storage or transit, and well, they're very useful. I've got a whole range of them from various flashes I've collected over the years, and we're going to use them in a way they were never ever designed to work. But first of all, let's just see what we get with a standard flash with no cover, just so we get a benchmark. So I've set my flash up. It is an Explore 300 from Flashpoint. I've already metered this out to f5.6, 250th of a second, that's my flash sync speed, ISO 200, and it looks, well, pretty predictably, hard light with a shadow behind Selena, but perfectly acceptable. I'm going to start with this, which is actually the cover that comes with the Explore 300, and it says on the front in big bold writing, warning, remove before use, which is really good advice. You don't want to do this normally because anything that touches the tube of your flash potentially can get very hot and melt. So do bear that in mind. We're going to run this at a fairly low power just to be on the safe side. So let's take a test photo and see what we get and see if this changes the light output at all. Okay, Selena, here we go, quick little test photo. So that one wasn't a huge success, which isn't surprising because it's very much flush with the surface of the light. This one, however, is completely different. This is quite a lot taller. This is from the Blaze 300 Flashpoint light, and it has a hole at the end and some holes around the outside. So I'm hoping that this is going to give a different look. I honestly don't know, and the only way to find out the results is to take a test photo. Now, you can't really meter for these because you might think the light is going to come out through that hole in the middle. Trust me, that's not how it always works. This is very much a take a photo and test the results kind of shoot. Okay, Selena, here we go, quick test photo. So I've left my power still at 1/16th power, and actually the output looks pretty good. But now you can start to see how this is working. Yes, we have a beam of light, but we also have a little bit of pattern from those holes at the side. That's quite nice. The last one I'm going to try is this, which I think came from an old Flashpoint Explore 600. It's got a single hole in the center, that's it. And I'm hoping this is going to act a bit more like a snoot. Spoiler alert, it's not a snoot, but these sort of lights give you the ability to give that snoot-like look without having to buy anything you don't already have. And that's the idea with this, double duty lights. Okay, here we go, Selena. Result is a lot less power, so I need to increase the power quite a bit. I think we're going to be up towards about half power with this on the Explore 300. Let's take another test shot at that power. And there we go, that looks about right. In this case, the tube is well away from any plastic, although there will be some heat buildup, so I won't take a huge number of photos. I think this is the modifier I prefer the most. One other thing I think I'm going to change, and that's just to put the camera into black and white mode, because I think this is going to look quite graphic and fun in black and white. Other than that, I think everything is set. So, Selena, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a few photos like this. Here we go. This is a great technique, and I learned it years ago the hard way. So the plastic will melt if it touches any light source, including the modeling lamps. So you've been warned. The second bit of kit I'm going to use in an unusual way is the classic 5-in-1 reflector. I mean, it's a great reflector, and inside is a diffuser, so I can turn this into an impromptu softbox or umbrella, but that's not what I'm going to do with it. But first of all, let's use it in its classical way. So I've got a light above, it's going to hit the reflector and fill in the shadows underneath Selena's chin. That's the idea. Let's take a test photo, see how this looks. Here we go, Selena. And it looks pretty good. The only thing perhaps I want to adjust here would be the background, which is a little bit flat and grey. So what I'm going to do is put the background light on, and just for the fun of it, let's put one of the flash protectors on as well, just so we can get a bit of a pattern going on this background wall. So for that, I'm going to turn it on to 1/16 power. Let's try that first of all, see how that goes. Okay, Selena, here we go. And that gives me a nice combination of light on Selena, light on the background, and the shadows under the chin are there, but they're not overly strong. So what I've done is I've removed the stand from the 5-in-1 reflector, so now it is just free floating in the air. And this is going to become a wafting board. We're going to put a breeze of air across Selena, get some wonderful hair movement. I'm going to press the shutter at exactly the right time and get a great photo. But you'll notice that I've changed the 5-in-1 covers around. So it was silver and white, it is now black and, well, whatever colour is on the other side, because it's the black side I'm interested in. Here's the technique. Okay, Selena, I'm going to give a little waft of your hair. Are you ready? Here we go. We'll do it better than that, I promise. But did you notice that I finished with the black side facing up? That's because I don't want this light to reflect off of the reflector onto Selena. If I was using this side, I would reflect coloured light or silver light onto Selena, and that would affect the results. So if you are going to use your 5-in-1 as a wafting board, let's try that again. Here we go. Yeah, we'll get it better, I promise. Then make sure you finish with the black side facing your subject. Now, the tricky thing is I can't actually do that and press the shutter at the same time, so I'm going to get the amazing Sam to come and do the wafting for me. I'm just going to press the shutter. Okay, Selena, are you ready? Yes. Sam, are you ready? Okay, let's take a few photos like this. Here we go, in your own time. Oh, immediately you did better than me. That's really annoying, that first one. Actually, the shape of the 5-in-1 reflector as a wafting board doesn't actually matter. It's the size that counts. The bigger the size, the bigger the breeze, but the more effort it takes to wave it through the air, which you may not get thanked for. And f5.6, which is my working aperture, 1/16 power. So this is the third and last thing I'm going to use in an alternative way. It's the classic, huge 7-foot softbox, well, umbrella with a cover. It gives absolutely gorgeous light. It's almost hard to take a bad photo with it. Let's see how it works. So it's all set up, correct exposure. Okay, Selena, quick test photo. Here we go. And it's gorgeous. It's soft lighting. It's very flattering. It's very wraparound. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this, but this isn't what we're going to do with this softbox. So let's get this down, take it apart and do something a little bit more alternative. So what I've done is I've taken off the outer diffuser and we're just going to use the silver interior as a background. So the flash is just going to fire into there, it's going to bounce around and we should see a nice silver looking picture. That's the idea. Let's take a test photo and find out if this actually works. So I'm going to start with the flash at exactly the same power as it was before, 1/16 power. Okay, Selena, here we go. I'm also going to center Selena up just a little bit that way for me so she stood right in front of the flash. And the end result is just a little bit on the bright side, and I think I need Selena to turn so we get a bit more of a profile shot. So I've dropped the power down to 1/128th power, so quite a bit less exposure. I want to get enough detail in the silver that we can see it, but no detail on Selena because I want to add a second light to actually light Selena. Okay, here we go. And now that looks great. So now we have a profile silhouette shot, fantastic. So what I've done is I've brought in the key light, and I'm using the grid to try and minimize the amount of light that spills onto that shiny silver umbrella, because it'll bounce straight back into the camera. So it is a little bit kind of angular light, a bit like that. This is a light I can actually meter, so I can get my flash meter and meter this light. I'm aiming for f5.6. Selena, I'm going to pop this near your chin. Here we go. And I'm getting just a little over that, so I'll adjust the power of this light to get it back to f5.6. And this will mean that Selena doesn't have to look to the side, she can actually look at the camera because this light will light the front of her face. Okay, Selena, here we go. So now we have something that looks a lot more dramatic. And I think what we really need for this is a little bit of styling. So what we've got from our wardrobe of random things is a shiny silver jacket, which should look really good with the background. So Selena, there we go, that's for you. Let's get you into that and let's get a few shots like this. Here we go. To mix this up a little bit, I'm going to put a coloured gel on the background light. That means coloured light will go into the silver umbrella and reflect back with a slight colour. But because it's on such a low power, it's not going to reflect colour onto Selena, and different colours will give different effects. With space being limited in my small home studio, getting my kit to do double duty is kind of important. Anything that will do more than one job and do it well is a real win for me. If you want to find out more about the gear I'm using in this video, check out the description. You'll find links back to Adorama. Well worth a visit, because you'll find out information such as, well, how big is the 7-foot umbrella? Because that's not 7 foot. And of course, if you've got any questions or you've just enjoyed this video, pop a comment down below. Click on the bell icon and you'll never miss a video right here on Adorama TV. And if you haven't already done so, why not click on that subscribe button? I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.